This week on the Resellers Locker Room podcast, we want to talk about the economy and whether it's killing our sales. Stick around, and the fellows and I are going to tell you what we think.
Looky, it's not time to play hooky. This is the Reseller Locker Room podcast, coming to you, episode 34. Joining me in the locker room, as always, the man who kicked us off, Soda City Flips, Mr. Shano, followed by the great bearded one, Alex, the Beard King Picker. And missing from our company this evening is Chris Easy Pickens. He is under the weather. So, Chris, get better soon, buddy. What's up, fellas?
What's going on? Yeah, we're going to miss you tonight, Chris.
That's right.
I feel him, though. I was under the weather and couldn't record, a month ago or so. It's rough. So I hope he gets better.
This episode is not going to be called "We Kicked Off Another Member."
No.
Nah.
Temporarily.
He kicked himself off.
Well, we're going to go down this rabbit hole, guys. Shane, as you said, is the economy affecting, or is it having a hand in your reselling business? I think that's a big yep.
Yep.
For me.
I'm having the slowdown before the summer slowdown, apparently.
Yeah.
Which we were all talking backstage here that no one, at least maybe I wasn't on eBay that time, but you, Dan, were saying that your summer was really good, and Shane was saying the same thing. So they were never really affected by the summer slowdown last year.
Yeah. I never experienced summer slowdown. Now, obviously, last year was my first year reselling, so I was expecting it because of all the talk on YouTube and social media about the summer slowdown. I was fortunate enough to never experience it, and the summer months were some of my best months of the year. The only month or two that might have been better was November and December, but the summer was really good to me. So now, though, as I shouldn't say most, a lot of people are experiencing slowdown for the past couple of months, and they've been talking about how bad sales have been, and mine have been, I'm not going to say bad, they've been steady, but they've all, for the most part, are like $25 and under sales. Yeah. I've had a couple big winners. I sold that pair of Cartier eyeglasses last week for 185 or whatever it was. I've sold some pretty good things this year, but 90% of them, I guarantee you, are $25 and under, and they're not coming as often as they used to. I'm only mailing out, a few packages every day versus when I was doing, sometimes 10, 12, which is a lot for me being part-time.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed, the same thing. They're all been lower dollar stuff, or like we were talking about before, Ben, none of them are coming just like a straight sale. They're all us sending offers out, or we're getting a lowball offer. At this point, I'm almost accepting everything because my sales are so much down in the last couple of months. So I'm just kind of taking the money and moving on,
Yeah. The last few days, it seems like I've been getting an influx of buyer questions about different items. And this afternoon, I got one, and it really annoyed the crap out of me. But then I got to thinking, well, it's probably a good thing that they ask questions before they buy, but I've had that happen before, and it still ends up as a return, even though I answered all their questions, and they're like, I covered this before you bought it.
I've only had a couple of messages this past week. One was just telling me thank you for accepting their offer. One was a guy basically, he's like, hey man, if you can let me get it for this price, this is literally all I can afford. And it was literally only like $2 less than what I was asking for the item. So obviously I'm not going to, tell the guy no, but the best one, and I think I showed you guys in our Facebook chat, where this lady wanted me to refund her for a $7. You guys remember the $7 movie I sold with free shipping, and I made about $1.50 on it.
Yeah.
She wanted me to refund her
Yay.
because she bought this movie for her husband, who said the movie didn't work and he threw it in the trash. And I'm like, well,
Was that
you
a
know,
DVD?
yeah, it was a Blu-ray. And at first I was like, look, send me it back, because I knew she didn't have it, or at least she claimed she didn't have it anymore. I said, send it back and I'll gladly issue a full refund, blah, blah, blah. She never responded to that. So then she messaged me back again and says the same thing, the same story. And I'm like, look, it's a Blu-ray. I'm assuming these are maybe not elderly, but older than me. Maybe they're not familiar with Blu-ray versus DVD, and they don't realize this Blu-ray won't play in a DVD player kind of thing. So I'm like, this is Blu-ray. Did your husband possibly try to play it in a DVD player? Nothing. No response. I guess she just gave up. So she might have been trying to, just scam me out of the $7 or whatever. But
Maybe they watched the movie and she decided she wanted some French fries from McDonald's, and they cost $7 for a thing of fries nowadays. So
yeah, there you go.
True,
But-
man. That is so freaking true.
But in that, I mean, it really, it kind of ties in with today's topic, because it seems like people are wanting to return things. And I can't personally speak from experience here, because I don't get a lot of returns, but I've been hearing a lot of people are returning stuff, and it's like they're getting it, having, second doubt against, whether they should have bought it or not or whatever. So they'll have buyer's remorse and request a refund and, return it and all. And, the economy could have a lot to do with that. People buy themselves something, and then, their freaking tire blows on their car. Now they got to replace a tire, and they're like, well, crap, I just bought this thing on eBay that I didn't necessarily need. Now I have a priority thing come up, but work slow, whatever, groceries are too expensive for almost everybody nowadays. So they're like, well, do I feed my kids, or do I keep this jean jacket that I just had to have last Tuesday?
me and Ben just had this conversation, because he went to the grocery store and bought, a handful of things like $50. I went and bought bananas and strawberries, some whipped cream for the kids today, and a few other little items. It's like $50. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It's not even gonna last me the week.
Under 10 items I bought, and it was $95 and
It's
change.
95.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
But if the price of everything keeps going up, all our diet's gonna look like Ben's little kindergarten diet: chicken nuggets and mini corn dogs.
Mini corn dogs and frozen pizzas.
Pizza rolls.
That's why I've got this big roll hanging down off the front of me, dude. I'm eating all that junk.
You and me both, man. Lindsay went out of town. Her and her sister went to Myrtle Beach for a girls' getaway, and she came home yesterday, and she's like, "You didn't cook a thing," and I was like, "No, pizza." Found stuff to snack on around the house. I didn't cook a thing.
That's right. That's why you keep Little Debbie's when you want something sweet. You keep Little Debbie's.
Yeah,
Various flavors of potato chips, peanut butter and cracker for a little bit of nutrition.
That's your protein.
Roasted pizza, mini corn dog bobbers. What else? Sliced deli ham for ham and cheese sandwiches.
Mini corn dog bobbers, like a fishing lure bobber.
yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I never.
You know what I had?
Really-
You know what I
it didn't
had
look
for
like
supper?
that.
You know what I had for supper tonight? I fried up bacon and ate 2 bacon and cheese sandwiches with potato chips and then a Nutty Buddy.
Well, I guess your sales are good, because bacon is crazy expensive now.
Well, I've had it a while. I've had that bacon a while. So, yeah. It was almost
That's
$5
funny.
a pack, I think, what I got.
Yeah, and that's probably the the cheaper stuff. You go buying that thick cut maple peppered, all these different them things are like $10-12 even at Walmart, you know?
Well, yeah, great value bacon is what I bought from Walmart.
Yep. I think
didn't
that's
get
what we get most of the time.
I didn't get that Oscar Mayer. That stuff's right at $10. I don't know, guys. I'll tell you what. I've been around a long time, and I've never had it like it is right now, as far as sales or lack of sales. And anyway, so I just didn't want to go
Yeah.
down this rabbit hole because you know what happens when I get amped up, and I
Yeah.
don't want to
We
get
do.
amped.
Well, I had my $0 weekend, not, one, I think Saturday, but I have been cross promoting and I sold one item on Macari because I got the Vindu, but I haven't paid. It still doesn't make sense to pay on sale for $37, to sell what 3 items that I sold on Macari so far, one on Poshmark. I think because my whole goal was to list as many as I could in the short time and then cancel it. So I canceled already. It ends on the 30th. So I think over time it'll pay for it, right? Because everything's listed there now. Over time, it'll probably make sense to invest that $30.
Yeah.
But it's
Well, and that's what happened to me last year when I gave List Perfectly a try. I forget. I think it was $30 a month over there. I don't remember
Mhm.
which tier I signed up for, but I had cross listed my entire store to Macari,
Yeah.
and the first, I don't know, week or so, I sold a bunch of vintage sports T-shirts to one person. They bought 6 of them, and then nothing for like the next 90 days. Like, and I was listing, cross listing my entire store over that 90 days. So I was doing like 10, 20 items every single day. And, that's what everybody's like, well, you got to keep listing. Well, I did for 90 days and I sold 5 or 6 shirts the first week and not another item the
Yep.
rest of those 90 days. Like, it
Well,
wasn't working for me.
that's what I did. So my sales on eBay are kind of my fault too, because all I was focusing on was hours a day was cross promoting because I'm trying to do 600 items,
Yeah.
in less than 30 days. So I haven't really been listing on eBay for the last 2 days. I've done 10 every day, and now my sales Monday and today are better than my weekend. And that's
Yeah.
just from posting every day again.
And that's a big problem. Like, I know for a fact I'm a reason that if I can consider my sales as failing right now, it's a lot to do with me on top of, the economy and stuff because I have not been listing like I should. I usually have between 600 and 650 items in my store,
Mhm.
and I'm down to like 535 right now. Um, because I have not been listing like I used to, but it's just because I've been so freaking busy that I just you guys see my YouTube channel, I'm not getting videos out once a week like I normally do. Um, and it's starting to show in my eBay store as well because my item number usually around 600 to 650. I'm now 70 to 100 items short of that,
Yeah.
and it's definitely affecting my sales. Not taking away from the economy because I know the economy is hurting a lot of people, therefore it's hurting a lot of resellers. But I also am not ignorant enough to say it's not my fault because I know damn well it is. A big part of it is because I've been slacking.
Yeah. Let's look at this angle though, because everyone is struggling, with money right now. Wouldn't you think that more people would be buying pre-owned items on eBay,
You'd think.
right?
Yeah.
Like you said you sold a lot of clothes, which makes sense to buy pre-owned clothes because clothes are brand new are just, so expensive.
Yeah, yeah, and that's majority of what I've been selling the last few weeks has been clothing items. Um, Stuff that wasn't selling before is selling now, and I think it was all winter long. I never sold hardly any like jeans or pants, and then it started warming up, and now I'm selling jeans.
That's weird.
Like it's weird because you would think that stuff would sell
In the
when it's
season.
actually needed, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think people are just trying to get good deals on stuff now in case things maybe get worse for them, you know?
Yeah.
That's funny you say that because I have a ton of jackets, but I've been waiting till winter time to list them. I'm thinking, what's the point of listing them now? But if my sales don't increase, and I run out of things to list, I'll just start listing jackets.
Yeah. I've
I
got
want
some listed.
to bring this up because Chris is not here. Sorry, Chris.
Oh yeah, I got something I want to bring up too.
If
You
he were
reminded
here
me.
right now, fellas, instead of yakking his head off and all the crappiness that he feels, he would say, as he has said before, find stuff with high sell-through rate and you won't have any problem. Well, let me
Yep.
tell you, that is just another person's perspective. Because Alex, I've mentioned this to you before. You can still have an item that has a high sell-through rate, and it could still not sell quickly because there's 50 other of them listed on there that you're competing with.
Mm-hmm.
So just because it has a high sell-through doesn't put a stamp guarantee that it's going to sell fast. It's just, there's no guarantee. And here's another this is a sidebar note. Do y'all ever spend any time in these Facebook reseller chat room groups?
Yeah. There's a few of them I'm in.
And I never comment because I'd lose it. But it amazes me how everybody's got the answers to how eBay works.
Yeah.
Facts. Nobody knows for certainty how eBay works at
eBay
all.
doesn't know.
At all.
That's true. eBay doesn't know.
eBay doesn't know. If that was the case, they would tell everybody because they want to make money.
I don't think eBay understands their algorithm because I've heard the CEO and say that you don't have to list every day. I know, I'm going to say it's a fact for me. When I list 10 every day, my sales increase. When I don't list, nothing sells.
Okay. I do that. Sometimes they increase, sometimes they stagnate, even at 10 dropping a day. But
Yep.
here's my point, fellas. Everybody can give their own point of views and what they think. They all talk about the algorithm. Nobody knows for a fact how this bird works. Just accept it for what it is. Do what you need to do to try to further your business and be done. There's no more. You can just analyze this thing 50 times from Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I got more stickers.
Oh, sweet.
I got some of those.
Ken's whatnot. But no, back to what you were saying that, Chris would have said. Something else that I heard, and it might have even been Chris say this, but someone the other day on the video I was watching said, you might need to start sourcing things people need and not want, because necessity is going to become very important if things keep trending the way they are.
Yeah.
People are going to be needing to buy things or can only afford to buy the things they need and not necessarily things they want.
I agree with that.
That's not a bad thing either. But real quick, I just want to mention Chris's newest video. I learned one thing from watching his newest sourcing video with his wife, and that was that if you're selling at a California swap meet and Chris tells you, I'm going to circle back around, you'll never see his ass again.
That's right. I was going to say that same thing.
I did learn that. He said it about 10, 12 times.
I'll circle back.
Never went back. He never went back.
That means I'm done with your hind end. You ain't seeing any of my money from here on out.
Yeah.
Dang, Shane, I was going to say that right after you was going to be done talking. You got that one. Yep.
Yeah. Got to pick on you, Chris. You're not here to defend yourself. So
I got to think of something now since you guys took turns on Chris. I mean, maybe if you're selling super high-end items, or let's talk about golf clubs. The most people that play golf are usually above, minimum wage because it's not a very cheap thing to play, a sport to be a part of. So maybe it's not affecting people that buy golf clubs all the time. I don't know. It's something to think about,
Well, people who love playing golf, if it ever got to where you had to pay $200 to play 18, they would pay it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not
Golfers,
gonna be happy about it, but I'm gonna figure out a way to make it work.
but your diehard golfers, they're
Yeah,
going to pay to keep feeding that machine of what they love to do. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I've been selling golf club covers quite a bit, but they're all $12 and under.
yeah,
Did Alex freeze?
No, I didn't freeze. I'm just thinking. I'm just like, you don't ever hear like well, Shane goes and plays golf, and a lot of big business people play golf with colleagues, right, and do business deals on the golf course.
yeah,
Obviously, those people are making more than minimum wage. This economy is not going to affect them as much. You don't ever hear a crew of McDonald's people after work, after their shift, they're going to go play a round of 18 holes, right?
No, they're going to the little putt-putt course.
They can't afford to buy golf clubs. They're the ones lowballing me, for a $10 item and asking for $6 or whatever.
yeah. No, I mean, you guys are right about that. What is golf is a good example of a group of people, and I'm not saying all people that play golf, are have a ton of money or anything, because I don't have a ton of money, and I play at least weekly. Hell, I played 4 times this past week. But it's an expensive sport, and those people generally probably are not as affected by, a slow economy than some of us are. So if you can source golf clubs and get them for good rates, or good bundle deals or something, that's a great way to probably keep making money throughout the summer and into fall, because golf really, I mean, it gets hot, but we still play. We just take extra towels and wipe the sweat. Um, but in the wintertime, it kind of starts to die down. Some courses, throughout the country shut down completely. I live in an area where they don't, because it doesn't get cold enough really to shut down a golf course. But, like North Dakota, nobody's playing golf in North
Well,
Dakota in the wintertime.
you've got California, Nevada, Arizona. I'm sure they still they're open
Yep.
year round.
Florida, you can sell golf clubs all year round, and there's a ton of money to be made in golf clubs if you know what you're looking for.
Here's the truth. It's taken me a while to figure this out, and this is going to cover 2 different subjects at the same time. Relationships and people, they will pay for whatever they want to really do. They will pay for it. This golfing, for example, if their routine is to play golf and that's their outlet to decompress, they're going to find a way to come up with the money to continue playing or having that hobby. Same thing for collectors. If you're a diehard collector of something, you will make a way to have money set aside to continue funding your collection. Women, if women want to talk to you, they will call or text you. People will do what they want to do. If they want to talk to you, they'll reach out. If they don't want to talk to you, they won't reach. It's the same basis. I don't know why I went to the relationship thing, but that's just fresh on my mind.
Let's talk about it.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's have a little chat.
I've even heard this conversation with toy collectors that it's getting hard to keep up with new toys because the price of a figure is 20. Like, okay, let's say wrestling toys. I collect wrestling toys. Well, every wrestling toy is $20 and above now. You can't go and buy a $9 wrestling toy anymore. If you're not making a lot of money, you can't be, especially if you got kids and a family to feed, you got to put that hobby aside until either you make more money or the economy, the inflation goes back down, which I don't see happening. But
except if you're a Hot Wheels collector and they're only like $1.19 a piece. But you want to talk about a cheap hobby if you don't get into the special editions and all the high dollar ones.
But the normal Hot Wheels, isn't it like $2 now when they used to be 99 cents?
No, here they're $1.19.
$1.19. So have they increasingly gone up though?
Yes.
Right.
They were 93 cents last year.
Okay.
So that's not about 20 cents.
That's not too bad. But what continues to go up every year is the Postal Service.
Yeah.
Right. Next year, it's just keep going up.
So speaking of that, I saw a video, I think it was, or maybe it been like an Instagram post. Have you guys heard about the Ground Advantage boxes
No,
that might
that I
be
haven't. I
coming
haven't.
our way?
I've heard
No.
someone talk about it, but I haven't seen the boxes yet.
There was a post, and it was, I think it was a screenshot of a video, or I was watching the video, but somebody was holding a Ground Advantage box, and it's just a brown cardboard box that says USPS, Ground Advantage or whatever.
Mhm.
I really hope that's a thing.
Yeah,
That
they're
would
free.
be amazing.
They
Yeah,
need some.
especially if they're free, like the
They need some
priority stuff.
media mail poly bags. They'll
Yeah.
save me money.
That's news to me because when they were making the announcement of rolling out the Ground Advantage, they said that they will not be producing boxes for Ground Advantage. So if they've now flipped on that, which I don't know if they have, like you said, but
I'm gonna Google it right now and see what.
if that's true, need to stock up
Excuse me.
because 90% of what I ship is Ground Advantage. So
Yeah,
that would save on cost.
If I get someone to buy something, then I'll ask next time I go to the post office.
Would you think bad of me if I shipped a long playing rock and roll album in a poly bag?
Hey, somebody's phone just went off.
That was me. So I just accepted an offer on a $65 book or $45 offer, which I do not like. It was $70 and it's on sale. It's a signed edition, and mine is, the only signed edition on eBay. But I need the money, and I paid $2. I paid $2 for it, so
you got to eat.
Yep. I could have countered, but then I would cried if they would have not accepted it, like a counter for 55 or whatever. I'd rather take the 45. So
I've been having thoughts, guys, of taking a bunch of stuff and going up here to my local flea market and setting up a couple tables to move stuff.
Yeah.
Go sell all my shit to Harry Tornado.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
He'll whatnot it off. Well, we're going to whatnot this whole lot.
Why don't you just go to Whatnot then, Ben, and you can move some stuff
because
quick, get some cash, and you would be perfect for Whatnot. So I don't have
the
You would.
followers. I don't have the followers, and I've watched you guys, and I've watched other small sellers on there, and it's just like a struggle. And I'm like, I don't want to do that.
It is, but you also have like one of those personalities that people are attracted to, and I think you would do. I don't think it would take you as long to grow a following as it would me.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm looking at this big long line of women lined up because I've got such an attractive.
That should be the topic. Why does the third
favorite, dude? Where the frick did you get that?
You didn't watch the video?
Oh, that's what Corey got you.
Yeah.
But here's the discussion. Change the topic, change the title, change the thumbnail. Why does the third favorite locker room member get the locker room sign?
Thanks, Corey. I could have used that and I could have hung it right here.
So context. I tell Corey and Teresa all the time they're my second favorite YouTube resellers in South Dakota. But because of the chick that came in and called in my live show and called me and Archie douchebags and all, she's now my favorite. So anyways, Corey and Teresa are my second favorite, so I'm their third favorite reseller locker room podcast member. So I told Ken, and Corey and Teresa went live Saturday or Sunday, I don't remember, this past weekend, and Ken was in there, so I made sure to tell Ken he was now my favorite reseller clickbait podcast member.
Hey, Lord.
But yeah, that was super cool of them to send that.
All right, so you have a video, Alex?
Oh, let me see if I can figure this out. This whole screen share and present.
Betty can hear me.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell, mate.
All right, I got to go to share screen, correct? And then pick the website.
Yep, pick the
Yep.
right screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to preview the video of the week here in the locker room.
I'm trying to do YouTube, but I have 2 YouTubes open.
Bloody-o, mate. Play the darn video.
I'm trying to figure it out here, bud. I only have 20 windows open, so it just takes me a
See,
second.
this is why it gets complicated in your life, Alex. You have too much going on at the same time. Close some frickin' browsers. Jeez. No, we're not showing that.
What are you talking about? You took it off?
No.
It's hilarious.
No.
The ending of this video is that fine. Go watch Ben's latest video because he's
All
taking
right,
care
go
of it.
ahead.
I
don't
was
even
laughing. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna play
Okay.
this.
No wonder you.
Wait.
Yeah, rock out.
Look at this next move right here after the guitar. I mean, I just listen to Ben's videos for the music now. All right, you can stop it. I'm sorry.
That's the Rocky Top slide, bro.
Go watch the rest of it. The end of the video is hilarious. This whole part to me, your little transitions coming out from the side and the little air guitar.
Yeah, I'm bored.
That's what Ben does in his shed all day, just air guitars and pretends to be a rock star with his headband.
You're just seeing results of me getting bored, and I'm, as a creator, I'm grasping at any kind of thing I can do. So there you go.
I thought it was so hilarious when I watched that. It made my day.
Thanks.
You don't talk anymore. He's the mind of reselling.
I talked in that video.
His next video, he's just gonna be trapped in a box.
The last video I did,
trying to sell his way out.
The last video I did a voiceover through the entire thing.
Oh, that's on that video?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I did a voiceover.
I was distracted by the funky music.
I like that music.
I felt like I was on hold from like a call center or something.
From a call center.
I don't know.
Well, it's not boring elevator music, I don't think. I think it's kind of groovy.
It's very groovy. If you listen to in fast forward and double time, it makes the music even cooler.
Awesome.
I use it at the gym for cardio music.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. All right. Where are we going from here, fellers?
Well, we're 33 minutes. Are we done? Yeah.
We got segments. We didn't do any segments last week, so
all right. How about
we got to hit some segments.
This might as well be pathetic sale of the week, because this is where our sales are. And I haven't even got mine. I don't know what it is yet. Let me look it up.
Well, I'll go. So, I bought 2 sets of irons, or 2 sets of irons last week, and I bought myself a new driver. One of the sets of irons I bought for me, an upgrade. The other set I bought to flip. I paid $800 for a brand new pair of Titleist T350s. I've got them currently listed for $1,400 or best offer, but the clubs I kept for myself, I sold my old ones. So I got replacements, sold my old ones this week for $400 cash locally.
Mm-hmm.
I told you guys backstage, I could have got around $600 for them on eBay, but there was fees and just shipping them and all that crap, and I was like, you know what, $400. I'm not gonna cry over losing. What would I fees and all? I'd have probably been closer to so I'd have been like, maybe I brought home 500. So 400 cash for used clubs that I'd been playing with for over a year.
Did you use like Facebook Marketplace to sell them locally?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And I also have the new set, the T350s, listed on Marketplace as well. But because of the price of them, I don't do a whole lot of marketplace, so I was surprised when I saw this, but they wouldn't let me put the option to ship them on because they're more than $500.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I don't sell much on there, so I didn't know that, but apparently it has to be between 0 and $500 or it cannot be shipped.
Yeah, I just
And I
sold
thought that was weird.
Hmm.
a washer machine for $250 off Facebook Marketplace. I had the washer and dryer set, and someone just wanted the washer, which I didn't want to kind of split the set, but I had them listed for like 300 for the set, and the guy gave me 250 just for one. So
Heck yeah.
not bad. I got to throw the dryer up now and try to move that.
I've bought and sold washers and dryers on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bought them when I moved out here in the house, and then we moved to this place. It came with a washer and dryer, so I didn't need them. I bought these brand new, but they're like, I think we paid maybe $600 brand new, and then I sold it for
Yeah.
two, using after 6 months.
That's
Yeah.
a good that's a good avenue to sell stuff. It's fee free, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you have the money right now, there might be more people trying to sell things on Facebook right now too. That don't know how to, do the eBay thing. So if you're in the position financially to continue sourcing, that might be another place to get some good deals on Facebook right now. Because if people are struggling financially, more people are going to be selling, things they don't need.
I
Yeah.
I look on Facebook Marketplace almost daily. I'll at least take a few minutes and scroll through. And I'll tell you what, the people in my area, golf clubs, they know what they have because they're asking retail price for them. Like, and nobody's willing to budge on them because they just know. They know what they've got. Scotty Cameron putters, they want, $300 to $400 for them. And it's hard to source golf clubs, but there's tons and tons of things on Marketplace that you can buy and flip. I see books, things like that all the time on there, bulk buys that you could make some good money with.
So my sale is Bath and Body Works men's lotion that is out of production, still sealed. Alex went poof.
Yep.
Still sealed. I bought 6 bottles, got them all for $1 each, $24.95 plus shipping for that. Bath and Body Works stuff. Somebody that gets hooked on a fragrance
Yep.
and they no
Yep.
longer make it, they go to eBay for it. If you've got those things, I mean, shoot, dude, $1 in it and $24.95 plus ship. It's a
Yeah.
good deal.
I
Here's another thing
I
I figured out, Shane. If you've noticed, I don't know if Alex has.
I didn't notice.
Okay.
I'm struggling so bad, guys. I can't even pay my internet bill, apparently.
Well, let me ask you. Let me fix the screen because there we go.
What I missed?
So they were supposed to pass the disc. eBay was supposed to pass the shipping discount on to the buyer.
Mhm.
That is yet to even happen in my seller hub. Mine is still the same like it's always been, and I never got an email.
Me either.
And
I
I've
never
been
did either.
Yeah. What's going on with that?
I was told, or nobody came and told me. I heard on or saw on somebody's video they were saying that it was supposed to be May the 15th that was
Yeah.
going into effect, I think.
Yes.
And I haven't seen or heard anybody talking about it, since the initial announcement. That was like super hot topic there for a couple of weeks, but I haven't heard anybody mention it since it was supposed to come into play. But I was one of the people that never got the email, and I was told that it was going to be kind of a beta thing they were testing out or whatever, and that's why they sent emails to a handful of people. But I wasn't one of them, so I have no information. But I haven't heard anybody talking about it either.
I've gone all over the platform looking for information to opt out, and I haven't been able to find anything.
Hmm.
So what's
Yeah,
your
I haven't tried.
Alex?
Oh, my sell of the week. I sold 1950 The Principles of Psychology hardback. It's a 2-in-1 volume. So this is originally a 2-volume set, but they put it together in the 50s. It sold for $72 plus shipping.
There you go.
Nice. That's killer.
So even though my weekend wasn't very good, that's the best sale that I got over the weekend.
right.
My pathetic sale goes to one of the friends of our channels. That's funny. I just realized that. So, all right. Well, since we're there, I'll talk about mine. So, you guys know, Big Thrifting, our buddy Adam.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that he was one of the watchers on this particular item, but I was just sending out offers, and I just sent 10% on everything, and he accepted an offer on a Disney Star Wars Yoda puzzle, 100 pieces. It's puzzle on the go resealable bag. It's a 100-piece puzzle. The little bag's like, maybe 6 inches tall, 4 inches wide, super small puzzle. And I sold that to Adam on a best offer for $3.99 plus shipping. That was order total $10.76. I made $3.78. I probably got 50 cents in it, maybe. So I made about $3 on that sale. But thanks, Adam, for the pitiful sale of the week for Soda City Flips.
That's awesome. I sold a $5.99 Cody Rhodes loose wrestling figure plus ship.
Cody Rose. I just bought a Cody Rose figure for $20 at Walmart.
I could have sold you this
Coulda
and
got one for
$5.99.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. My pitiful sale is actually the coolest sale of the year for me, in my opinion. It is Miami Vice soundtrack cassette tape from 1985.
Sweet.
So
Nice.
it's really the flyest sale of the week right here.
Yeah.
It sold for
Biased.
yeah, it sold for $8.99 plus shipping.
It's so
Heck
fly.
yeah.
Dude, it's awesome. It's freaking Miami Vice. I
Yeah.
think I got it at like an estate sale. Look at that thing.
What the
Look at that.
frick?
That's
Don Johnson.
dope. That's awesome.
Good old Don Johnson. What was that we were watching recently? Oh, Cobra Kai on Netflix. They're getting ready to come out with their final season. So Lindsay wants to watch all the episodes again. So we were watching them, and they dressed up for 80s night at the skating rink one time, and they were going as characters from the Breakfast Club movie.
Mm.
And one of the main characters was walking around, and he's like, everybody keeps calling me some guy named Dan Johnson because he looked like Don. He was dressed like Don Johnson. It's like, everybody keeps calling me some guy named Dan Johnson.
So I haven't watched that show. It's not set in the 80s then? It's like
Nope. It's
Okay.
all 30 years
Okay.
since
I've never watched.
1984.
Never
It's
watched
good. It's pretty good. The kids are where the good acting is. All the kids are phenomenal. Of course, Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence. Johnny's pretty good, but the acting's, these guys haven't acted really in many years. So
Yeah.
like Daniel LaRusso, what'd he do? My Cousin Vinny. He did a few things, but not in a very long time.
Crossroads.
Yeah, Crossroads.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done a lot
Yeah.
since the 80s, so his acting skills aren't that great, but
That's fly, baby. That's fly. That's so not your
It is-
personality, Alex.
it is a good show to watch, man. It's pretty good.
This cassette
It's pretty dope.
pretty fly, man.
It's
Pretty fly for a white
man.
guy.
It's
All right,
pretty
how about
fly.
this? How about that find of the week?
Ben went to go find his find of the week.
I found it. Check this sucker out.
Whoa.
The heck is that? A vase?
It's a vase.
Vase?
I have something.
Vase?
It's up. I think I showed it to you guys before. Who was that?
$1 for this bad boy, and I'm gonna
Where-
put about 85 on it.
Yeah, mine's listed at 75. Where's it made at? Or do you know the company or anything on that?
China?
Oh, it's China. It's still
No,
nice.
I don't know. It don't have a maker mark or nothing on it.
What about the gold sticker inside there?
That's the dollar sticker.
Oh, I thought it was yeah, if you could try to figure out the brand, I mean, that seems about right though.
I mean,
$85.
they had it at $1. It's some of that milky glass is chipped off the back
Mhm.
in that little spot. but the rest of it is perfect. I figured it'd make a nice walking urinal.
Yeah, you can take that when we go to the 127. We can
Put
have
that between your legs, man. See?
a giant pee jug.
It's a
Community.
pee jug.
Ben is carrying the community pee jug if anyone needs to use the restroom. While we're in the back of Shane's van.
Just don't think that it's Mountain Dew or anything and turn it up and drink it. I wonder who did that. Mike.
I gotta say, my find of the week has to be those golf clubs I paid $800 for, and they're worth 16. I've got mine listed at 14 because there's a guy on eBay with a set listed for $14.29, so I just undercut him $30. So hopefully mine will sell. But yeah, that's got to be my find of the week. I mean, I'll get it even at 12 if I got it set up to accept offers as low as 1,200. I'll make $400. I'm happy.
Heck yeah.
All right, my find of the week. You guys already saw these books right here. One sold for $150, and one has sold for like $200 and almost $300.
Firefighter tactics.
Yeah, they're just vintage. These are 1960.
Just put water on the fire and you're done.
Not every fire.
Yeah,
pee on it. Just pee on it.
Anyways, I listed both at $150 each because my editions aren't as early as some of the ones that sold for more. So there's only two other listed on eBay right now at $150. So I just pretty much matched theirs and did. He doesn't have best offer on. I turned best offers on. They came from the Goodwill bins. I paid for the both of them after weighing them. It was $1.50 for the two. So
I think that's cool though, because books like that, unless you're like some kind of history buff or just it holds some kind of nostalgia. Maybe your dad was a firefighter in the 60s or whatever. Most people are throwing those in the trash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think that's super cool that you were able to get those and, you'll be able to find a good home for them. Somebody who's going to appreciate those. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm another week. I got one, Ben, if you don't.
Go ahead, brother. I'm reading them. Go ahead.
I'm gonna call out Corey from Grams and Pops Vintage. He said this was, on last week's episode with Evan Flippy McFlipperson. He said this episode was a refreshing surprise. It didn't suck at all. Great guest, good conversation. Y'all are kind of good at this.
We're trying over here.
Yeah, kind of good at this.
We have very low standards. We don't have to live up to much. You know what I mean?
Well, it's been a while since we've done kind of that interview style, right?
Yeah,
with a guest.
It was fun. It was a good show.
Yeah, it was. If you've not seen it, episode 33, click on the link. Give us a like and subscribe. We'd appreciate it.
It's probably better than this episode.
Probably.
Probably.
But, it's been a rough week. Last week and this week. We've covered all the topics or our segments, guys. Let's talk about what we always talk about. Just in case people tend to forget about Highway 127, you guys tell everybody what it's about.
I'm waiting for someone to. Highway 127 meetup. What is it, August 2nd? Tickets on sale at eventbrite.com. Is it a .com?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Picking the Plateau in Crossville, Tennessee. We're co-hosting the event with two old guys, a reseller podcast, and we hope to see you guys there. Tickets are only $25, so they're not going to last. And from what I understand, the food alone is worth the $25.
Yes, it is. I can testify to that.
Well, let's not forget, not only is there going to be the event, which is Friday night, Thursday night, we are hosting a bowling tournament. So hit us up on Instagram, reach out to us there if you want to come bowling with Shane and the other guys. I'll just be there eating nachos.
Alex is afraid of bowling balls now.
Because he's so fly.
Too fly.
Too fly to
Caught
ball,
with
bro.
caught with big balls.
I thought you was too legit to quit.
Oh, that's a new. Yeah, I ain't heard
Cut
that.
it out.
Too legit. Too legit to quit.
Hey, hey.
Hey. Oh Lord, we need to quit this. Hey, we have a poll here, ladies and gentlemen, here on our channel where we've have you guys got to look at that poll yet?
Yeah, I looked last week. I haven't looked this week.
Okay.
I still don't know where the poll is at.
So our viewing
It's on the
audience
community page.
on the community page of our viewing audience, 62% of you will not be attending the 127 sale. 38% of you will. Well, I would fashion enough to say that of the 38% that says they're going to be attending, I would say that there's a good percentage of those people who have not yet bought their meetup tickets. So definitely
there's
get her
there's
done.
three comments on that post. Our good friend Shagan, I'm a reseller, said he hopes to be there. Savvy Steals and Deals says there's no maybe option, so maybe you should add a maybe option to that post. And then the lovely Miss Carol says, sorry, it's just too far away from me.
Yeah. Of course, with a lot of people, and I'm kind of guilty of this at times, that people tend to wait till closer to a date of something to be sure they've got all their ducks in a row and they can get away and make all the proper planning to go out of town. So with that being said, we know a lot of you probably plan on coming, but you have to wait till a little bit closer to be able to pull the trigger. So we understand that. We just don't want anybody to miss out on this, because when we get full, we're full and we'll have to turn you away, and we don't want to do any of that. So, yeah. So be fly and be in Crossville on the night of August 2nd, Friday night.
Super
Friday
fly.
night. And don't forget the Friday night after party
Oh, what are we
That's
doing
right.
there?
at Chris's bed and breakfast.
Yes, on Rocky Top Road. That's exactly right. We're going to
Just
Chris's Airbnb.
message me on Instagram. I'll give you Chris's address. We're all going to show up over there. He's supplying all the beer and
He's going to
food.
kill us, guys. He's going to kill us.
So everything is on Chris.
Yeah.
What a
I
guy.
mean, Chris did replace Archie, and before Chris, it was Archie's responsibility. He was covering the costs. We talked about it. So, I mean, you inherit that position. You just kind of have to roll with it, Chris, and take the punches as well, buddy.
We're going to get killed.
He's
right.
in California. We're safe.
Yeah, well, he's got to see us soon. It's less than what, 60 days away. We're
Yeah,
gonna
it
be
ain't that
together.
far, man. It ain't that far away.
I mean, think about how fast this month of May has gone by. I mean, we got June, July, and then boom, we're at the meetup, guys.
Yep.
And summer
Gonna be a
always flies by
fun
for me.
time.
Summer always flies by for me, man. It's the fastest season of the year, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So any of you hobos make any mistakes since the last time we were together?
I don't think I have.
I made a mistake. I sent a Bible off, looked at the title, and it said large print. Well, it's not technically a large print Bible. So I'm hoping they don't return it, because I just got a return on the Bible like last week too. So hopefully not. Hopefully they'll give me grace. They should.
Okay.
For buying a Bible. Give me grace
This
for
is
my
a-
mistakes.
This is a mistake, or is it? I did not answer 2 offers. I've ignored them. And
Well,
they
was it-
expired. And 1 item sold for my asking price because I didn't respond to the offer.
There you
Well,
go. That is not a mistake.
I didn't even counter. I ignored it, flat out ignored it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I've heard, I think it was you actually, Ben, who I've heard say, give it 24 hours or so, at least half a day, and just wait and see.
Well, here's the reason why I ignored this one, just to explain. I don't normally do that, but
Lowball.
this was a $9 t-shirt, and they offered me $7.20. Why are you wasting my time? So I ignored it and I let the offer expire, and they ended up paying the $9 plus shipping. Mistake? I don't know.
Well, it wasn't a mistake. It worked out for you. So
Well, it did,
Yep.
because nothing else works out for me. We're not going to get on the return kick. Dude, I'm telling you.
we're going to get on the return kick now.
As a
Buckle up.
seller, as a seller on eBay, you got to learn how to take a kick into the face on various levels of occasions. And it's just the way it is. If you're timid, you don't need to be in this business. If you don't have thick skin, you don't need to be in this business. If you don't have patience, you don't need to be in this business. It's tough. It's toughest that I've ever seen it to survive this. It's tough.
It is.
I gotta sit here and
Just
smell
sell
my
better.
Sharpie.
I got the
sell-through
the
items.
bigger one here. I should get what is it, 44 Magnums?
Hold that up there.
Those are the good ones.
Hold yours up there, man. Holy crap.
Kids, don't sniff. No huffing.
Don't sniff. Okay, what else can we do here, guys? Oh, let's talk about our memberships. You know, we don't really spend a lot of time talking about them. But first, let's talk about our paid current members to the Reseller Locker Room podcast. Our Skybox members, which is our top tier of membership. We have Chad over there at Wolfman Goodies. You can check his channel out on YouTube. The Trash to Cash guys, I don't have to name them all. You know who they are, but we appreciate them supporting our channel. And you should support their podcast, which I'm sure 99.9% of you of this channel already support them as well. We thank you for that. Also, MVP member Mike Camparelli is joining us at the 127. I'll be picking Mike up at the airport, and he's going to be shacking up with us at the Locker Room house.
Yep.
And Keith from Vintage Sports Flips, he's an MVP member. That is our second tier of membership. He also has a YouTube channel. Go check out Keith if you're into vintage sports memorabilia. He has a lot of knowledge in that regard. So if you have items in that niche, you can go to Keith with your questions. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer them. So yeah, we've got the paid memberships in place, and you can click on the link down in the description, pick which membership level would suit you. We're going to be developing some more things as far as benefits of being a member as we get further into the year. Right now, all of our efforts are focused on making the best reseller meetup event possible for those coming that's going to be attending. And I know that I think we already discussed this, fellas, that we're going to be doing a live on the Locker Room when we're at the event. I believe, Shane, you said you had a laptop and some stuff. We can do a live show from the house, maybe. And
Yep. I'll bring the camera and the whole setup. We'll make it happen.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of footage coming out of that entire week of us being down there. And I don't know. Give us your suggestions if you're a viewer of the channel. Give us some comments and suggestions of what more you'd like to see on this channel in our show. And we'll be happy to entertain any idea that you have for us. Not that we're out of ideas, because we can go on and on forever. But we also want to accomplish some things while we're in the locker room for you, the viewers. So if you've got some ideas, some topics for us to discuss, let us know. And we'll be sure to try to mull all that out for you.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to see what the viewers were interested in hearing us talk about. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Even if it's not reseller related, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Let's talk about women. I mean, I'm always up for that. You know. No, not really. They're not going there. But anyway.
Ben wants to talk about the lack of women.
Yeah.
Y'all bring your sisters to the 127 sale.
Oh, man.
We should raffle off a date with Ben.
Oh.
He'll bring his funky music.
Nope, I'm not going there, fellas. All right, y'all have anything else before we shut this thing down?
Nah, I think we're good.
Yeah, stay fly.
Yep.
Okay, as always, Shane, it's always a pleasure, brother. Alex,
Yes, sir.
pleasure being with you too, my friend. I always look forward to getting with you guys every week. And we always look forward to reaching you, the viewer, here on YouTube. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below, and we'll catch you next time right here on the Reseller Locker Room. 1.
This week in the reset. Well, hold on. This is not. You can't hear me.
Redo.
Take 12.
We give him one job, guys.
Yeah,
This is what
he
you get.
screws it up.